YouTube, it's Natalie, it's Hot Shot Adventures. Welcome back. So I know, right, I'm all bubbly, smiley, my normal self, but this is serious, you guys. This is serious. I mean, we don't know what is going to happen. We don't know what could happen, right? I think I'm gonna try so hard. I'm gonna try so hard, you guys, because this is not a political channel and this is not about politics, okay? But I just feel like I'm gonna try so hard to keep my opinion out of this because it doesn't matter who is sitting at the head of the table of this country right now. They all make idiot moves sometimes, and who gets the short end of the stick? Us, the middle class, right? The working man, the blue collar boys, all of us, we get the shaft. So that's why I'm doing this video, you guys. It's to remind you guys to be prepared. Be prepared no matter what. Prepare your business, prepare your family, and ensure that no matter what happens, that you will remain successful. So that's what this video is about. And it's not about my personal opinion. It's not a political channel, so I don't want to hear you guys. Let's just keep it on Hot Shot, keep it on transportation, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I feel like there's a lot of us Americans right now that are not really looking at the big picture. And I've talked about the big picture a lot, right? Like, zoom out. Let's not just be so hyper focused on our own little lives that we're not looking at the big picture here. What's going on in this country, with the inflation and with COVID, with, all of this stuff. So I feel like a lot of us as Americans are not looking at these potential, these things that are going on across the oceans, because nothing has happened to us Americans on our home turf, and nothing has happened really big yet. Things have happened. If you're watching, if you're paying attention, things have already happened on our home turf, but nothing big has happened on our home turf, right? And I feel like because nothing big has happened, like a lot of us Americans, just regular people, are not really paying attention to what's really going on. They're not paying attention to the big picture. And I am just here to remind you that, I want you guys to be prepared no matter what. So I started my business in 2019, 2020, whenever COVID hit, right? I continued to run. I could not afford to not run. I continued to run during COVID. It was great, but I was prepared, okay? I was prepared. So I ran, the race were good, the highways were clear, and I took some safety precautions. I'm a healthy person, other than being a little bit of a chunky pony, I'm healthy as a little chunky pony. So, I ran and I thought it was great. I continued to do videos. I stopped, staying at hotels. I took other safety precautions to ensure that I was going to be safe while I was out on the road. I left my daughter at home because she used to travel with me more pre-COVID and stuff like that. So those were some things that I did, and I survived. My business survived COVID, okay? Not everybody survived COVID. Not every transportation company survived COVID, and they were not as prepared, okay? So it's important to, number one, have access to money, you guys. Be saving money. Have some way that you can get your hands on money, because in the event that something happens in this country, you need to be prepared and you need to have money to react to it. That's the number one thing. Number two, have a plan, you guys. Have a plan for your business. Do you plan on running in the event of a national emergency? Are you going to just drive home and protect your family and stay at home? What is your business plan in the event of a national emergency? During COVID, there were guys that went out of business. They could not afford it. They did not have the money that it took to get through that downturn. Right now, transportation is very low. The open market is tough right now. And it's been tough. And I don't really talk about it because I tell you guys, I don't really care what the market does. I'm still going to survive no matter what. And I still believe that. But yeah, the market's low. It's been low for a long time. Maybe 2024, it'll get better. Maybe with a different president, it'll get better. Who knows? That doesn't matter. I still run a transportation company, and that still has to generate revenue in order for me to feed my family, period. Me and so many other trucking companies, right? So have that plan. Whatever you decide is going to be your business plan in the event of a national emergency, make sure that you have all of the things, the tools and the items that you need in order to execute that plan. And by that, I mean, I've already had this discussion with all of my guys, with all my group of people, right? All my trucks. And they have all said, hey, if I can run, I'm going to run, right? And me too, right? During COVID, I couldn't just go home and wait till the freaking cold was done making its run around the country a couple times or the world a couple times. No, I got out there and I ran. So none of us can afford, none of us can afford to just go home and sit. And so my guys are like, no, if I can run, I'm going to run. I'm like, okay, great. Well, if that's your plan, you need to have the correct tools and items in order to execute that plan. So don't be like some other people during COVID. There was guys that couldn't find their oil. There was guys that couldn't find oil filters. There was a huge supply chain disruption during COVID. I'm sure you guys remember that. On a personal level, we couldn't find toilet paper. We couldn't find groceries. There was stuff, being rationed out. I mean, it got a little bit scary in a lot of places, right? So you have to have that in the forefront of your head that that's going to happen again in the event of a national emergency, right? So get your oil. You're going to need it anyways. Go ahead and buy 4 or 5 months worth of oil filters, fuel filters, air filters, brakes. If you think you need tires in the next few months, just go ahead and order them online now. We all got a shed. We all got a garage. Order them online, stick them in the garage, and when you need them, they're going to be there for you so that you can continue to run. Don't be that guy that couldn't find his friggin' oil or whatever, And hey, if nothing happens, great. Then you just don't, you already pre-bought your stuff and you made your life easy for the next 4 or 5 months or however long you can afford to pre-buy your stuff, right? No big deal. And if something does happen and there is a huge supply chain disruption, and then you're going to be so happy because you'll be like, dang, I'm so glad I listened to Natalie and I bought all this shit and all I got to do is go to my garage and do my oil change. I don't got to go searching all these places to find oil. Like, those are basic maintenance needs, right? That's just basic stuff that I ran off to you guys. And on a more personal note, you guys, prepare your families. And I'm only telling you this because I care about you guys and I don't want to see anybody, really screwed, Prepare your families. Think about it. If you guys are out on the road, if you're running OTR like me and my guys, pretty much, we're thousands of miles sometimes away from home. So if shit hits the fan, make sure that they're going to be okay. Make sure that they have a bug out bag. Make sure that they know that they need to be topping off their fuel tanks. Make sure that they know, just what to do if the cell phone systems all, fry and we can't get a hold of each other for whatever reason. Make sure that they know whether they're going to stay put or whether they're going to go somewhere safe, and they know that you're going to come and find them. I mean, just be prepared. Make sure your household is prepared. Make sure that no matter what, your business and your family have the best chance at survival and success. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to keep it at that, you guys. Again, I hope nothing happens. I hope I'm just, thinking too much about things. And I hope nothing happens to us. But I want you guys to just think about it and be prepared, God forbid, if something does. So just think about that, you guys. Have a plan. Make sure you have the tools to execute that plan. Make sure your families are taken care of. And you guys be safe out there on the road. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.